thinking about you. 아무리 고개 흔들어도 난 네 생각만 하고 있을 뿐. 아무리 딴짓해봐도 난 너의 목소리만 들릴 뿐. 있으면 내 here with me. 가득 심장이면 please tell me. 빨리 고백해볼까? 눈 감고 말해볼까? 미치겠어 only you. 이런 건 처음이야. 너무 숨이 좀 나. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about you, boy. Yeah. All I think about is you, boy. All I think about is yeah. All I think about is you, boy. All I think about is 내 맘 아는 사람 손들어 하여 우리 눈엔 완벽한 lover. 내 맘 아는 사람 손들어 하여 우리 눈엔 완벽한 lover. 다가가도 괜찮겠지? 다른 애들보다 내가 훨씬 단단하게 걸어가면 다들 속닥 My confidence is shooting through the roof. 아무리 고개 흔들어도 난 네 생각만 하고 있을 뿐. 아무리 딴짓해봐도 난 너의 목소리만 들릴 뿐. 있으면 내 here with me. 가득 심장이면 please tell me. 빨리 고백해볼까? 눈 감고 말해볼까? 미치겠어.
Good morning, everybody. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know the voice. Y'all know the sound. James Williams, DJ Exclusive, is in the building. Not me got the handlebar mustache today. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
All I think about is you, boy. All I think about
Tuck my beard some. I need to go to Target and get me some tuck product so I can tuck my beard. Good morning, y'all. Shout out Roller Dragon. Good morning, Amber Layla. Alicia, good morning to you. Spin Cycle Dragon, good morning. True Dragon, what's going on? Good morning, everybody. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Maureen Weber, good morning to you. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Good morning, y'all.
Hey, boy, I can sleep at night. So, 내가 한번 해봐 이리 와서. Hey, boy, I can sleep
I don't
at
like my
night.
color.
So,
David, took me down real quick, David. Let me make an adjustment.
이리 와서. I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you.
All right, there we go. A.R. Walker, good morning to you. Yay. All right, y'all, make sure that y'all stay tuned. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Rebecca, Zora, Benjamin, Pinky, Parnell, Purcell, Percival, Dixon, Hot Dixon, there we go, is in the building. Good morning, y'all. Ryan Foreman, good morning. 3 minutes, good morning to you. Jam Doom, what's going on? Good morning. Ryan Foreman, good morning to you as well. Shabbat Shalom. Sweet Indigo 45, good morning. Shout out Nat A in the building. Good morning. Peter Griffin, good morning to you. Have I had the chance to see Across the Spider-Verse? Hell yeah. Amber Layla, we are live Tuesdays and Saturdays, 9:30 on Tuesday, 10 o'clock on Saturday. And then make sure that y'all catch the Beard Butter Chronicles on Thursday at 9:30 a.m. as well, too. John Luke, good morning to you. David, we don't have no side shot. I'm insecure being up here by myself. So Bob, good morning to you. Oh, Jam Tunes, I love you too. Thank you. And this smile. Look at my big face. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, like it or not. It's about to go down. You know, I can't understand why my calculator just stopped working. It doesn't add up.
OMW.
David, your mic's still open, David. I just heard it. I'm like, wait a minute. What did I hear in the background?
Watch me walk away, putting myself on display. 1, 2, 3 a day. I'm on my way, on my way. I'ma have you on tiptoes, watching my diamond afterglow. I know you wanna take me home. I'm on my way, on my way.
Right.
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. On my way, on my way. They wanna judge me unjustified. Catch me on Insta, I'm verified. They want me
There we
cold,
go.
I amplify. I'm on my way to the best thing that you've ever seen. You know that you bow to the queen. You lose all your senses and reason. I'll give you something to believe. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. On my way, on my way.
That's right now. Tell him I need my coffee right now.
OMW, nothing left to prove. So enjoy the view, taking a picture like Malibu. I'ma have you on tiptoes, watching my diamond afterglow. I know you wanna take me home.
Priscilla,
I'm
good
on my way,
morning
on
to
my
you.
way.
Happy Pride.
OMW,
Right, Jam Tunes. If I was doing this by myself, man, I'd be
at what I do.
stressed out and be like, we're not doing no show today.
OMW,
Of course, David is going to get that damn comment.
good at what I do. I'm OMW, on my way, on my way. 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 On my way, on my way.
You know, I never understood why the set of false teeth is called dentures. They really missed an opportunity to call it substitutes. Substitutes. Can't you say it right? Substitutes.
Tell him I need my money right now. Brought me the juice, they stole out my crown. Yeah. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup, yeah. But don't waste my energy, my energy. I don't got much, don't be wasting all my energy. I keep it tight, don't let nobody get close to me. My heart is right, don't question my integrity. No, I thought we would be just fine, and I thought your heart was like mine, but let me find
Orpheus,
out.
good morning, Orpheus.
Throwing shots, running plots. Come on, man, tryna block my blessings, but no need for comparisons. What's from me won't be from me. Yeah, I'ma go through just to grow.
Zozo Bob, what we are going to do is do a dad joke off on one of these Beer Bonnet Chronicles Thursday shows. Y'all just wait for it.
Money right now. From me the juice, they stole out my crown. Yeah. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup, yeah. Don't waste my loyalty, my loyalty. I let you in back then because I couldn't see, but now it's clear you ain't ever been true to me. My intuition ain't ever lied, I had to leave. Handle your business, do what you think you need to do to get your revenge. But you won't break me, God as my witness. Past the point of no return, I'm on a mission. Tryna block my blessings, but no need for comparisons. What's from me won't be from me. Yeah, I'ma go through just to grow through. But pay me what you owe me for, I make what you've been saying about me true. True. Tell him I need my money right now. From me the juice, they
My dog said, tell him I need my money.
Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup, yeah. Don't waste my.
All right, everybody, y'all know what time it is. Rebecca Zor is in the building. But y'all know before we get started, I can't let y'all go without telling a dad joke. What do you do when you're being attacked by a group of clowns? What do you do when you're being attacked by a group of clowns? Go for the jugular. The juggler. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Good morning, everybody. Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. Yes, it's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. Like It or Not. Rebecca Azor is in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, or real life ish. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin, yeah, that's my man. He's always coming up with the master plan. Politics scheming, I'm trying to find the meaning of life. And while the feds keeps us in strife. I'm your DJ. I really don't need no introduction right now, but you know what? I stay dropping them jams. Y'all know who I am. Good hope, dad jokes, culture-ish, politics. What you're hearing right now was the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, and I graduated to a plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. 8 p.m. Friday, you know how we do. Let's go. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Let's start this damn show. Let's go.
Like It or Not starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Come on in the room.
Wait a minute.
Can you hear me?
Morning, everybody.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
we
know where
can
you are. Are
too.
you in the back of the church,
Oh,
library, somewhere?
I can't hear you guys because my headphones are not in. There we go.
Oh, that might help.
There we go. I'm on too because I wasn't on. Good morning and
Terrible.
welcome to Like It. To Like
Ooh,
It or Not.
Rebecca.
Good morning and welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth.
And not care who doesn't like it.
How are you guys doing this morning before I get to Ben's background?
Pretty good.
Y'all doing all right? How's your weekend going?
It's going.
It's going. Yeah.
Just started.
I mean, it
Right.
just started 10 seconds ago, right?
Like literally 10 seconds ago when we
Like-
said good morning.
Literally, just as soon as it did. Okay, well, Ben, where you at? I don't even know the digits or whatever. What you in a library?
I'm in a place that
A disclosed location.
took a lot for me to get ready for the show this morning. I've been working on
Wow.
this last hour.
Yeah,
I decided. I said, you know what? There's some dividers over there. I'm just gonna grab those dividers and put them up.
which
and
was
go.
great. No, which
Yeah.
was great. Great idea.
This is good. That was
It got them
definitely a good
Walmart
idea.
lights in the back.
Yeah,
You know
so-
them, the Walmart what they call them in fluorescent lights. I don't that light never does good on my skin. Those
Yeah.
fluorescent lights, it's just not good for like brown skin.
Nah.
Every time I walk into
I can't even
Walmart,
see. Let me go to because I'm also working with a busted screen this morning, so I actually don't even know what it looks like.
it's the whole thing on today. Huh?
Oh wow. Really, man?
Oh
But
man,
we're-
because
we're
I'm out of
glad-
pocket. I'm out of pocket this morning, but anything for the show. I wanted to make sure that I was here no matter what.
and I'm
So
glad.
Ben,
that you-
Ben can't see us at all. We can be flicking Ben off and
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Oh, actually,
gang
I'm going to YouTube now so I can watch along with everybody.
Okay, good. So happy to have you here. I'm glad that you can join us. Love it, absolutely. But don't be coming on here like acting like we forced you to be here. Okay, bitch.
I say any such thing.
Oh,
I
okay.
said I would do
Yeah.
anything to make sure that I'm here.
It's giving
This
pure
morning-
Gemini energy. Speaking of Gemini energy, Benjamin Purnell Dixon. His birthday is going to be on the 5th of this month. That is just 2 days from now. That is
Yeah.
what? Monday.
Monday.
Okay,
Monday.
Yeah,
Wow.
it is Ben's birthday on Monday. And it's very interesting. I think when this started, you were 39 when you restarted,
Pandemic
like it or not.
started.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Y'all
now,
realize it's been that long?
it's been
Yeah.
so long. It's been
Oh
so
my
long.
gosh. And that's
Yeah.
where I come in at because Ben was like, hey, James, you want to DJ my birthday party?
My
DJ
40th
Oh,
birthday.
look at
40th
that.
birthday. I was like,
And I'm about-
sure.
Now I'm about to turn 43, bro.
That's crazy.
How does it feel for you? Like what does that make you feel like?
It makes me feel like we've been in this pandemic, like this whole era has been much longer than what we realized, man. We're going on almost 4 years.
Yeah.
I
Almost 4 years.
was 39 when this started.
I was
Yeah.
29 years old.
And here we are.
That's
Now
crazy,
I'm
y'all.
I'm mixing my tea like a 45-year-old lady. I'm 33.
Okay, my lighting's not that bad. Now, see, I can see the flickering lights real good in here.
They're not flickering.
But
They're
on,
just fluorescent.
they flickering like all get out on my side. So at least you don't see the
Really?
flickering.
Look, let me
No,
look at
you-
YouTube real quick and see.
No, you can't even see it on YouTube. That's the only way I'm looking. I'm looking at YouTube.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he looks great. You
Hey,
look
you look
fine. You
good.
look fine.
Yeah.
You can tell they're a bunch of big behind divide. But anyway, let's do the show. Anyway,
We're gonna do the show. But
4
I just wanted to
years.
make sure. I just
4
wanted to make sure. Yeah, 4 years of the pandemic, 4 years of us being together in this season because I know we go way back from 2017. But
Right.
so you knew me when I was like 25, 26.
wow.
Wild.
Oh, you was still a young thing. Ooh.
I'm 33 now. I'm still young. I don't know about
Jesus.
y'all.
Has it been that long?
I'm still young.
Jesus.
Mm.
Well, I mean, I've known James since he was 19. So there you go.
Yeah, no, there's
These
a
are
lot of
facts.
history here. And I met Ben in
Ooh,
2017.
Jesus, man.
And his birthday is on the 5th. So he's not gonna see you guys. Well, not on this show. But if you guys want to bless him, make sure you bless his Cash App. That's a direct thing. So bless his Cash App. You know how we do on birthdays. I'm gonna make sure I bless his Cash App as well. You guys bless his Cash App. Bless him in this season. What last year I think I sent you balloons to your address at the time. And so
it had to be a couple years ago because I don't even know what my address was last year.
No,
anyway,
we don't know. But we want to bless him in this year. You know, and good health, all the other good stuff that associates itself with that. You know, a new year. We want to make sure that you go into this new year feeling good, feeling great, because we know a lot of time, has been taken from us, and we tried to push, and you did a lot during the pandemic for a lot of people, vocally, and even challenging people. You broke a lot of barriers during this time, and you gave people a place to come together even while you were broken. So in this season,
Amen.
We are sending love for you in this year, especially when you turn that certain age on Monday. I hope that you feel enlightened. I hope that you feel lighter, and I hope that you see your future as great. I hope that you accept all the goodness. So everybody, make sure you Cash App him. That is BPD 2018. There we go. BPD 2018. BPD 2018 on Cash App. All right, now that we've gotten that out of the way. We got some stories to tell, like Bubba says in the beginning. Rebecca got some stories to tell. No, but it's this. I think I'm gonna jump around a little bit. I want to start with. No, I want to end with that. So no, we're gonna start exactly how we have it. So 2 days ago, Joe Biden took a stop, drop, and roll. A stop.
Say stop.
Oh, now we
shut
need
him
that
down. Open up shop. He tumbled. It was Biden in the tumble after
that's the Joe
president.
Biden roll.
Yes, that's the Joe Biden roll. No, I didn't say that.
Now that's going to be a thing.
That's going to be a thing. You know why? You know why? Because he's done it more than one time.
Yeah,
man, always falling.
Always.
So let's talk about it. After President Joe Biden greeted more than 900 graduates on the stage of Falcon Stadium on Thursday, he took a tumble while heading back to his seat. Let's take a look at the video clip before we begin.
Oh, Joe. What do you know?
That is real cute.
Now, what you don't see there is the reason he fell.
Okay, which he points at. The fall happened during the U.S. Force Academy graduation ceremony in Colorado Springs, where Biden delivered the commencement address. Biden was helped back up and pointed out that he had tripped over something. Afterwards, he sat back down and appeared to be fine. White House Communications Director Ben LaBolt wrote on Twitter that there was a sandbag on the stage. But I know it's just such a small thing to report on. However, for somebody who is saying that he's going to run for 2024,
I'll leave that man alone.
He's running again. What do we see? I understand, like but what do we see someone? Because this is what the conversation that arose. But who, the people on the right side, the people on the right side took this and said, like, I was reading a tweet that said,
this elder abuse.
It is. I was reading a tweet that said Joe Biden poisoned us for 3 years, shut down the economy, and he laughed at us while he did that. So it's only right that we can laugh at him while he falls. I said, "Now, well, that don't go. That don't match.
That don't what?
That don't match." I understand if you would say, I don't think Joe Biden is fit for another 4 years because of his health or because because he's getting older. Not that we want to do ageism, but maybe he should sit this one out. Maybe he should relax a little bit because we don't see him as somebody who is stable enough to take on another 4 years. I could take that. But because you said he shut down the country for 4 years, for 3 years, as they said, for 3 years and watched us put poison into ourselves and try to force us to put poison in ourselves and laughed at us. And that's why we can sit here and we can laugh at Joe Biden taking the tumble. But it don't. It didn't do the math. The equation.
They're not good at math, so you got to excuse them. It don't add up.
It doesn't add up.
It doesn't make sense.
Add up.
But it's trying to sound smart.
Yeah. But other than that, what is your take on even seeing him it's just like a grandfather. I just want you to go, y'all don't fight me on this. I'm looking at a man when I see that just kind of like, glad to have you for these 4 years. Next 4 years, man, you did it. You did what you wanted to do. You did what you set out to do. You became president of the United States. That was your journey, right? Now, why? Maybe you should work on finding somebody to replace you.
Oh my God. Who did this?
Oh my God.
Who did this?
I didn't ask.
Is there audio to this?
I didn't ask David for this. So this wasn't me, guys. This was David. I did not
Wait a
want to.
minute.
I didn't want to expound upon.
Oh my goodness.
You know what though? I ain't gonna laugh too much. I'm clumsy.
Listen, you want to know our thoughts on this, Rebecca?
Go ahead. Yeah.
So first, I would say I didn't laugh at first because I didn't care. And I'm not saying I don't care about him getting hurt or anything, but he fell down. Okay. But then I started to laugh after I kept seeing it over and over and over and over again and see how ridiculous people were being about it. And I was like, okay, it's kind of a chuckle. And then one time I saw it and then I finally bust out laughing. So I don't think anything wrong with laughing at the man. He's okay. He didn't hurt himself. He got back up and jogged.
Not the bicycle.
You know, he does his little run, his kind of old man run where it looks like he's going really fast, but he's really going really slow. You know, so he did his run afterwards. He's okay. I don't think that people should try to use this as a reason to say he shouldn't run again. I think there's plenty of other reasons maybe he shouldn't run again, but the fall is not one.
It's not one of them. And you know, y'all, it's one of those things with elderly people. It's one of those things. Your bones get old. You can't lift your legs this high as no more. You're trying to run upstairs. You just can't do it, man.
Now, see, that's the part I was worried about, James. What you just said right there.
Yeah, you just can't do it. You just can't move fast like that anymore. So I know it almost like Biden is trying to show that he's still a little young acting and a little limber. You know what? You got to worry about it, bro. It's okay. You old, bro. We know.
Retire the run. Retire the run.
Retire the run.
Like retire that. You don't have that young run, hop, stab. You know, it's okay. You are not the one that could run down the stairs sideways, baby. You got to hold on to the rail. Okay. You're not the one that could just look straight ahead and just keep walking. You got to look down to see what's around, to see if I just might trip and it might just make me lose all of my.
Wait, Becca, wait, what was that? What was that thing that used to carry people down the steps? Was that wasn't the hover round? Remember the
little stair lift, right?
Remember the commercial? Yes. The commercial was like
the one that be going like this.
Help me, I've fallen. Well, not anymore. With the Hover Round 3005, you and your grandparents can know that you are safe. Let's go. Wait, people, James, come back. All right.
Come back slowly.
I've fallen. Not anymore. Now we have the Hover Round 3019, where you can make sure that your loved ones are kept safe all through the day. On your house, you can attach it straight to the stairwell, and you can come down, across, and up as comfortably as you would with your legs. Let's take a look as James demonstrates. And just like that, you see here, look, now we're on QVC. And just like that, we see how James has shown you where he can move back and forth and up and down. Oh, right there on the stairs. So if you are having second thoughts, right there can show you that if you purchase one today, we're gonna double down and we're gonna make sure we get you another one. For what, Sammy? For free.
What was that? Life alert. The one was like,
that was like, help. I'm falling. Oh my God, that was the worst commercial. The worst commercial. Like the campaign folks that we've seen last year definitely tapped on those people for commercial assistance. Like it was terrible. Anywho,
y'all suck.
But I don't think people should try to use this as a reason to say he shouldn't run for office because we got another man who's 76.
But Ben and Bubba, B&B, listen to me. I would love I don't like the talking points that were made about him. Like,
Mhm.
but if they would say, I don't see him as being someone stable enough physically to be able to take on another 4 years, I could agree to that. Maybe he just needs to relax and sit down. He's proven to us, or he's proven to himself.
Well, yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, just for, and I'm looking more so as a, as a safety. Like, I don't want you falling, breaking a hip. I don't, But then again, I can say for me, I'm a spring chicken, and I fall all the time. And I get so embarrassed that I think about it for 6 months. I always go back to that fall and I replay it, and I'm like, wow, you're a loser. Like,
that's one of the reasons I'm glad I'm not in the North anymore, because I have fallen so many times on black ice in front of many, many people. So I kind of have a little sympathy for Joe.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's that, but also I am going to include, like I said, I just see somebody who is who's older and who should enjoy these days of his life instead of the pressure of the world and having to run a country and possibly tripping over a sandbag that should have never been there, but not being cognizant of it being there, because it's just not. I'm just taking a walk.
Listen, we're gonna work that man until he dies, because he chose to run when he was in his twilight years, and now we're stuck in a situation that if he doesn't run again, then that leaves the Democratic Party extremely weakened for Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis, who are just pouncing at the opportunity to get back in office. So I'm sorry, Joe owes a responsibility to not drop out, because he could be 90 years old at this point. Now, I didn't want him in 2020. Clear. I wanted Bernie Sanders, who's about the same age. They're all these people.
So they were saying, the comment section is saying, Bernie Sanders is about the same age as well. But also with Bernie Sanders, he would have been a great option in that time. But I even think for him, this is what I'm looking at right now. I know we need the saving, but who is saving those people? Some, like, the stress of it all. I can see that it's worn and torn and pruned people to the max, especially that being Bernie Sanders. And I would love for him to enjoy his days, right? And he's lived a lengthy time. He's done a lot of work, but I don't want to be greedy and taking up this man's life. When you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't. That's how I see it. But
it's too bad for him, though. I listen. I hear what you're saying, and you're not wrong in your assessment. We should have we should have a generation of at least 50-year-olds ready to run. I mean, is 50 too young to ask? Like, okay, 60 years old. So I totally agree with you in terms of these geriatric, what they call octogenarians. Right? God bless them. But at the end of the day, we gotta get past 2024, and they bought the cake with Joe Biden, and they're gonna be stuck with him. So they need to go ahead and get around this. I don't know what he needs. Get him a hover round. I mean, give him a wheelchair. I mean, we had I'm joking. Franklin FDR was a president in a wheelchair, so we can make it work.
Somebody said that too, and just because that happened, do we want that again? Okay, and I'm talking about age-wise, like. This is somebody who's in a wheelchair. I feel like age-wise at that time, like, stress. I don't know. I just think about stress. If we have, like, I really want Joe Biden to have a seat. I just feel like this is so stressful on him.
Literally.
He's not
Hop around. Y'all stop.
Literally.
Y'all are horrible.
Literally. He can run the country, but he needs to sit down.
I think that there's so much more. Like, how can he focus on this and that and this? And it's just a lot of. I just don't think it's going to be conducive for him. But that's just me, health wise. That's what I'm thinking about, and I want him to enjoy his time. He's done it. He's done something big. He did that. He did. Whether I agree with his policies at times or not, he was the president of the United States.
Here's the next question then, because I honestly agree with you, but I have to set that part of my agreement with you. I have to set it aside when I think about this. Who gonna run in 2024 if not Joe?
Right. That's like my biggest thing.
And I think there was somebody else who came out and said they'll be running out of New Jersey. What's the man? The hippity hop hips.
Hippity hop hips.
What's his name, man? He was hot. Jersey.
Oh,
Jersey.
you're talking about
Christie.
boy, Chris Christie. He's
Christie.
Republican though. He's
No,
running.
that's what I said. I said there was somebody else who said recently they're going to come out, but they weren't one. They weren't a Democrat or another. It was a Republican.
I mean, who on the Democratic side has an absolute chance of actually winning in 2024 that's prepared? And winning doesn't in this case it's not like winning in the sense of can they win? We're in 2023 already. You know what I mean? They needed some lead time. And they needed to have a campaign already established. There's a lot of steps into running for president. I just don't see anybody with a chance on the Democratic side to be prepared to go up against Donald Trump or Ron DeSantis. Now, if they show up, they show up. Let's see them. I'd like to see it, to be honest with you. We need to see it, but I just don't see it yet.
I would love to see it.
I love to see it.
I would love to see it. All right. And with that being said, Joe Biden.
She said the man with the hips.
She didn't say the man with the hips.
Well, we're not gonna act like he's not hippie.
You should have just said the man with the fupa.
Baby. Oh
my God.
I don't have time for you children on
y'all know the picture I'm talking about where he's standing up there in that baseball uniform.
Oh.
It was. Oh man. I was gonna say something, but I am not gonna go.
You were giving a lot.
There. I do know that a lot of these Republican leaders, though, have issues. Many an issue with get your laugh out.
It's done. I'm good. Ready.
Get it out of your system immediately.
I'm done.
Immediately.
This next story serious because we need to straighten up. Hang on, let me sit up.
All right, man.
sorry. Oh Lord, here go David.
Look at the stairs.
He wasn't always. Oh,
so Joe can run again. I just said because he could outrun.
I'm looking at an the little M&Ms when they make those people.
He looked like
the girl. I'm not trying to go.
Not Perry Anderson.
I didn't want to go there. I didn't ask for you guys. I didn't ask for that, David.
Republicans. This next one, I did not come up with this joke. Republicans did. They say Chris Christie doesn't need to run for president, but he certainly needs to run. I didn't come up with that. A Republican did.
Oh. Him, not you citing the Republic.
Hey, listen, it's early in the morning. We're gonna cite. I got another Republican to cite later on.
Let me get to this next story, and it's actually going to be one that you lead, Bubba. So prepare, get that laughter out. There's so much that have been going around from the Republicans who have been so set on and so focused on, rather than gun laws, protecting our people, getting the hungry some food, getting the homeless off the streets, actually cracking down on immigration, but in the right way, without being abusive or racist or prejudiced or discriminatory. America doesn't know how to get that right. One thing that they do know how to get right, and one thing they will push on is one of the things, and this is one of the things, is making sure that when we talk about children being gunned down at a high rate, especially in the last few years during these mass murders, the one thing that we know the right will go to is attacking the LGBTQIA plus community.
Of course.
The fear mongering has been ridiculous, especially we know what it's like in Florida out loud right now. The Florida is the loudest and the proudest when it comes to anti-LGBTQIA plus anything because of Ronaldo DeSantis, because of Ron DeSantis, which is the governor out there. Now, we're in the myth debunking, right? Business. All right.
I know somebody.
And so there is this real huge, because we talked about Target last week and how Target had to take down their signs because of the feedback they were getting from customers. And these are in these, you know what I'm talking about, the Targets located in those areas. And these are the Targets located in the These are the targets located in those areas. And they have all started a war. A lot of these people were going into Target and actually physically putting hands on Target employees just for setting up signs or just for expressing their frustration with the LGBTQIA plus line that they had coming out in honor of Pride Month. So I know that there was so many people saying that it's problematic. Why are we putting it out there? It's unchristian. It's on this and it's on that. And whether or not you feel how you feel, we walk into stores every day with white Jesus in the building. That doesn't stop me from getting my meal. That doesn't stop me from getting the cereal for the kids. That doesn't stop me from getting my toiletries. It does not. So with that being said, Bubba, you had some data about debunking the fact that many Americans, because they make it such a big deal that they have to make laws about it. But the truth is, it's not as many Americans that are bothered by the LGBTQIA plus community as the Republicans want you to think.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Rebecca. So a GLAAD report found that 75% of non-LGBT adults are comfortable seeing queer people in ads. And if y'all don't know what GLAAD is what is GLAAD, child?
Gay, lesbian. I know the first two letters. That's it.
Not. Ben said gay, lesbian.
Association of America. Somebody advocacy. Somebody got it for us.
No, we got it. It's a Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, guys.
There it is.
Gay and Lesbian Alliance.
See, I always know my co-host is always going to get it right. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
I was close.
But what happens is the majority of non-LGBT adults are comfortable seeing queer people in ads, TV, and movies, according to a new GLAAD survey. The survey, results for which were released Thursday, June 1st, the first day of Pride Month, was part of GLAAD's annual Accelerating Acceptance Study. Based on a national respondent pool of 2,500 U.S. adults in February, the study also concluded that a vast majority of non-LGBT adults support equal rights for the LGBT community. 75% of non-LGBT adults are comfortable seeing queer representation in ads, and 73% are comfortable seeing an LGBT character included in a movie or a show. Relatedly, 70% respondents agree companies should publicly support the LGBT community through advertising and sponsorships. So with all that being said, all this outrage and everything that we're seeing from these right-wing people saying that you're going to lose all this money, especially dealing with Target, now Chick-fil-A, Bud Light, and now Kohl's, and I think there was somebody else. It's basically selective outrage. So all this hate that they've been spewing, y'all, is fake. Don't be scared. It's all fear-mongering. That's all it is. And of course, the main media outlets are going to cover these stories because it's something to talk about, especially during Pride Month. And of course, everybody's saying all this stuff because we're at the beginning of Pride Month. But I'll say this, stay resilient and stay strong, because a lot of the stuff that has been going out right now seems to be fake. I did see a video from Tizzy ENT that explained one of the Target videos. That Target video where we saw that guy going in and taking down the sign and everything. Excuse me, y'all. That video is from 2 damn years ago. Really? So here it is. They weaponized that video to use against the LGBTQ community and Target. But yeah, that video is from 2 years ago. So that's not anything new. To the point where that guy was banned from Target for like 3 or 4 years. And now it just ran out that his him being banned, or he can go back into Targets. But now they're saying that they're going to protest in every Target today. But let's take a look at this clip from Tizzy ENT and get your thoughts.
For Target, I understand why you did this. So this message is for Target. I understand why you did this. You're worried about the safety of your employees and your customers. So you moved the stuff because you were getting a lot of backlash. The problem is these people are bullies, and doing this was like putting blood in the water. And now I have seen the posts and the videos of people coming into Targets to make a scene ramp up. I've seen more of it since. I've seen this video of Ethan Schmidt start circulating again like it just happened. This is 2 or even 3 years old. Now, last year, Ethan made videos claiming that he was going to go to Targets and hunt LGBTQ plus people. Myself and others made videos about it. Target saw those videos, and when he set foot in a Target, Target was ready, and they banned him from all the Targets in North America for a year. That worked. He stayed out of Targets. It made him seem ineffective. This made him seem effective, and now other people are trying to follow in his footsteps. Case in point, David Uhas here. He likes to juggle for tips down at the Huntington Beach Pier. He likes to, quote, Fight Club unironically, romanticizes InfoWars, and may be Ethan Schmidt's one and only fan. He was retweeting a lot of Ethan Schmidt's stuff on Twitter. And then, after you guys announced that you were moving stuff, decided maybe I should get in on this harassing people on video thing.
So I just filled up a whole shopping cart full of their gay shit. Put it in the corner in the back of the store. I damaged what? Could you escort me out of the store, guys? Come on, stay behind me. I need paparazzi. You like targeting kids with all your trans shit?
How is this pedophilia?
This is gay stuff for kids.
I'm sorry,
they said that, yeah, man.
That's pedophilia?
Yeah. This is all gay, bro. Your kids can't be gay. Come on.
There's probably a few people who saw that and are like, good for him. I'm glad he... Yeah, you might want to hold your applause until I'm done here. Because there's a reason that I decided to showcase David in particular. This video being the main reason. See, this is him juggling at the Huntington Beach Pier. And he is entertaining a young black child who seems to really enjoy his juggling. And that bothered me. Because while he will juggle and take tips from that boy and his family, he will post stuff like this on Twitter.
Black folks have
He has no problem taking tips from them, but believes black people have no souls. And I understand you're taking a hit right now. But that's just because you've become the flavor of the month focus of all of that hatred that so many people have toward the LGBTQ plus community. That's part of being an ally and a supporter of that community. You might get some blowback. And if these people really cared, if they really thought you were grooming children with your pride materials, they'd be bringing that same boycott energy to Walmart, which offers an extensive array of pride-related merchandise for children. Oh, and Target, while I have your attention, you're going to want to go ahead and ban Ethan Schmidt again.
June 3rd, we're going to be going into the Targets. We're going to be marching through the Targets. I want to see people going crazy in the Targets.
Going crazy in the Targets. Wow.
So I don't know about y'all, but I'll be pulling up the Target after the show.
Hey, just roll deep, man.
Because I'm about to smack me a bitch today.
Hey, roll with your boys, man.
Rebecca, your mic is off, Rebecca.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All that hooping and hollering I was doing, I ain't hear none one of it. Listen,
just like
your Target.
You on your computer mic.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's all right. It's all good.
You see, like when kids get embarrassed.
Take your time. Yeah, while you do that, Rebecca, I'll say something real quick.
You can go ahead and say something, but I just want to know if I'm back on.
You're back. Yeah, you're back.
Go ahead, Ben. So you have the floor. It
turns out that Ethan Schmidt himself has been lurking on apps like Grindr and has screenshots of him. He's one of the he's been outed. And he actually was outed by another, I think, conservative gay guy who outed him because of the BS. So that's all over Twitter and the internet right now. That's number one.
Wow.
Number two is it's always for show, James. And I'm glad you shared that data. Like, I never heard those data points that it was so accepted amongst non-gay people. That really shows you that the world is making progress away from these hate-filled bigots. But it's that 25%. Yep. You said 75% are okay. 25%, they absolutely lose their minds over this because they need a place to be as hate-filled and bigoted as they can because it's a part of them. Like, these people are always going to have somebody to hate. If it is not gay people, it's Muslims. If it's not Muslims, it's Jews. If it's not Jews, it's definitely black folks every other day of the week, twice on Sundays, right? They need a group to hate. And so right now they're pouring all of it onto the LGBTQIA community.
Yeah. And of course, they I mentioned one of those companies earlier when I was introducing everything. Just know I was privy to some of the comments that some of those people were making because they thought that a certain company just hired a diversity and inclusion person for the company, which this person has been in that position for almost 3 years now.
Wow.
So I guess some way or another, someone got wind of it. And when I tell y'all the hate, the comments that myself and others had to endure because of this, it's just like, are y'all serious? It was one comment that really stuck out to me though, is like, y'all need to stop this with this stuff with the wokeness. Is what every comment had woke in it, woke and broke.
Because that's
that's the thing now.
The Republicans definitely have redefined the word woke, and made it so that it is something dangerous or something they vilify. This is what they're gonna do. This is how they're gonna do it. This is while kids are dying, they're gonna say drag shows are the cause. They're gonna say all these things, and this is what I'm telling you guys. Whether or not we agree or however we can be, and we've been in the same world for so long, but I think they're now making it. All the progress that's being made within marginalized communities. What they're doing is trying so hard to take away those rights, but in order to do so, they have to make it seem dangerous. They have to make it seem like it's hurting people in some way, shape, or form. So when we say guns are killing our kids, they're gonna say, but black people are rioting in the streets. When we say, can we start making more laws to make sure that guns don't go into the hands of people who have mental health issues? They're gonna say drag queens are in the way of our children. When we start saying, can we start putting the truth in history books? They're gonna say any history that doesn't have that any history that shows black people succeeding in any way should not be shown. Any history that shows white people with blood on their hands, we cannot discuss that. This is what the Republicans are going to do. They're going to say it's very dangerous. They're going to say we're rewriting history when it is them indeed that have rewrote history. Amen. When it is them indeed that have killed folks. When it is them who are looking the other way when our children are dying. Their focus is on things that are not hurtful. Whether or not you agree with it, it doesn't matter. Okay, I disagree with it, but our kids need to be safe. How do we work together to make sure that our children are safe?
Right.
And that's where we are with it. But I have this clip that I wanted to play. And while funny, I know he does a lot of funny videos. But while funny, I know that there is a deeper message in it. And I want to show you the stupidity of Republicans or people who want this false selective outrage because they want to go viral. Let's take a look.
Come on.
Excuse me.
I love
Is that the stage? It's so small. No, we can still do it. It just honestly doesn't feel worth it. But we drove all the way to the nice Target, so let's get it. Hi, hello. Yes, you. You work at this den of iniquity. Where's the best lighting, the best acoustics? What am I doing? I'm standing up for America. Also, I'm a singer. I've got a few videos on TikTok, nothing crazy, but today's not about the music. It's about fighting for what's right. Several sissies subverted civil society. Several sissies subverted civil society. Target, count your gays. Oh, I gotta say gays. I meant to say days. Indoctrinating our children. Is this the gayest throw pillow that you have? Fuck. I think this is going to be huge. Really huge. I'm talking endorsement deals from homophobic deodorant, anti-trans athleisure. It's going to be so big.
You see?
And the kids will be so safe. Oh my God. So safe.
So safe.
Okay. While funny, because Ryan is really, really funny. While very funny, but look at the stupidity. This is what they'll do. They'll go into the store. They'll go find the nicest one. I told you, I live near one of those ones where nothing is locked up. Okay, down in Marietta, it's locked up. everything. You can't even get you some deodorant.
I didn't even know they put Targets in communities that they have. I don't even see Targets in those with locks on them. I've never seen that.
Baby. Go down to Marietta in Cobb County.
Come on.
Oh, you know what? Camp Creek
Parkway. Just come on.
Never mind.
Locked
Say less. Say less. I just been out.
now.
I have been out of Atlanta too long.
I couldn't even when I came to this Target, like he said, in the nice community, because that's where you have to go make the noise. Because you can't go do it you can't make noise in the place that's already packed. They have to go to the nice ones that are just rolling. But I go to this Target, you can just walk in, you can grab stuff, you can return stuff 90, 50, 5 years old and get your money back. Okay, this is a Target I go to. Now, I'll say this though, exactly what he's doing is what they'll do. Because everything is such a moment that needs to be captured. Once that moment is captured and goes viral, and you build your audience based off this viral moment, whether or not you agree with it, you care about it or anything, this moment will go viral.
That's right.
This is what he's showing. You will lead people who actually believe what you're saying to go into Targets and beat up on the employees.
Yep.
Hey, Jeremiah. One thing Jeremiah do is he's gonna be in the show. He's gonna be in the Saturday show. And that's for the listening audience. That's Ben's son, who's always Ben isn't even at the house and the baby in the background. One thing the baby gonna do is be in the background.
He's starting early. He's just like Blue. He's starting early, like Blue.
Blue's Clues. Listen, one thing about the kids though as well. What they will try to do is be out here and say this will keep the kids safe, because I got on TikTok. I reported on Target LGBTQIA plus line, and that is preventing us from making laws that are saving our children. Mm-hmm. That is preventing, it's not though. And then the jokes on, he said, I'm going to get endorsements for anti-trans deodorant, or anti-trans athleisure.
That's what it was.
And so
homophobic deodorant.
Yes. And so listen to that. It's funny, but it's possible. Mm-hmm. And it's funny, but they can capitalize off of that. It's funny, but this is the world we're actually living in. So dumb. Mediocrity is actually the highest form of flattery here. They'll be like, damn, you smart. What he believe? Listen, what Ronaldo DeSantis, what he's saying down there in Florida is like, wow. How was he not president before? It's so amazing that he knows that Black people need to step in the back of the line, buddy. That gay people are really the issue. They're so dangerous for being gay. I mean, my goodness, they're more dangerous than a bullet. Wow. Him just saying that is how does he have the confidence? We need something like this. We need this. We need this as leadership. And that's the problem. And TikTok will not remove videos that are not these parody videos, but actual videos. TikTok reported me. White folks reported a video that I put up at the end of 2022 when a white girl, a chair was being thrown at the white girl in a Waffle House. And I said, and the white girl caught it and put the chair down like, what's up? Right. And I said, that is me blocking every bad thing at the end of 2022 so I can receive my blessings for 2023. Like that white girl grabbed it. And what those white people were mad about was they said Black people always go somewhere. Let me tell you, people in my comment section, Black people always go somewhere and they're abusive. Meanwhile, I'm like on the white girl side in the video, and all the white people were so upset. And I'm like, how y'all mad the white girl caught the chair and put it down? Like, what's up? But y'all in here looking for an issue. They reported me for saying something positive on that video, but they will not take down videos where this guy gets on there, Schmidt gets on there and says he's going to run up in Target, who's videotaping themselves getting in. They leave that up because then they feed their people. They whistle blow. They're feeding this to the right. Anything that we're gonna do, of course, the algorithm will make sure they catch us and take it off.
Yeah.
And there was one more video as well too, y'all, that They show that shows the selective outrage of these right wing people who are so quick to boycott everything, but they just not boycotting enough.
They ain't gonna boycott the Catholic Church, are they? Go on.
Ford trucks, David, if you could please.
For weeks, I can do this all day. Roll the first one.
Can't take no more screaming. If you don't like it, there's a fucking door. We've been fighting for
this song.
Viewer discretion is advised. Listener
He
discretion
was
is
super
advised.
proud of himself too, that he spiked that box right on the thumb. But I couldn't help but notice in sport that you drove over that beer with your Chevrolet pickup truck. You know, as long as you're throwing away things that you paid cash money for supporting things you don't agree with, that truck might be a problem. You know, run by a dealership. Good luck finding a manufacturer, though, that hasn't participated. Next, we have this lovely couple.
So it's truly saddening that with the woke Anheuser-Busch Bud Light situation, come to do a little research and find out that
these people
beer is under the Anheuser-Busch umbrella.
And one of the ones I drink besides Bud Light.
So, cheers. Want to play the woke game? Fine, not spending my money on it. Peace out. Sam Adams, I'm back at you, buddy.
Corona.
Aw, they did their research. Hey, what was that last little part you said there?
Corona.
Sam Adams, I'm back at you, buddy.
Corona.
You're Sam Adams man now, are you? I mean, I'd say that this is prettier even than the Bud Light can. So good on you. And then I believe your blushing bride there was starting to say something about Corona. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the Bud Light brand has been acquired by AB InBev, which also owns Corona and Modelo beers. But it's especially funny that the majority of people doing this, their go-to switch is Coors Light.
Hey, Budweiser, I've been drinking your beer for probably 35 plus years.
We can tell.
Not anymore.
Well, while you were drinking Bud,
Aging them so bad.
Coors Light was out here supporting the LGBTQ plus community.
In
1978, the first brewer to ban discrimination for sexual orientation. By 93, they actually had a group that was specifically for employees who identified as LGBTQ, like a resource group for them. Probably the most prominent and proactive supporter of the LGBTQ plus community. So, thank you for supporting a company that maybe does even more than Anheuser-Busch does. We appreciate you.
The selective outrage is real. I'm telling y'all. If y'all want to give up all this shit, man, go ahead and give up everything. Go ahead and give up everything.
It's popular.
But then they'll be healthy. We don't want them to be healthy and live a whole lot.
No.
Drink as much beer as you can. Smoke as many cigarettes as you can. I'm joking.
In his Chevrolet, he picked up a truck
it's a joke.
with the Budweiser on the side. I don't want Budweiser anymore, and I'm gonna move on. Hey, Sam, I'm back at you. Sam, if you hear me, Sam Adams,
Sam Adams, it's me and you, buddy.
All right, Bubba. You know, listen, I'm
Rebecca,
a Corona girl myself.
You gonna ride that Chevy truck with me?
No,
you know,
I'm gonna be
it doesn't
right there
support
with you,
none of the
Bubba.
gays.
You know, because I had 2 kids in that Chevy truck.
Yes,
so
I remember, Becca. Wait a minute, 2 of them. Who are the kids by? They're not from me. Who the hell are they bothering? God damn it. It's probably your cousin, isn't it?
Right. Because this is that community. Look at them. I ain't even gonna go in. We not there. We not there. Listen, because I think that, you know, Tizzy breaking this down, but showing more stupidity. IQ levels of literally less. I can't even, I don't know. They're dumb.
It's dishwater.
They're dumb. Dishwater is smarter. Okay, they are dumb. No, and I say this to say, like, every time there's an argument, but this is the stuff that goes viral. He's playing TikTok videos that have millions of views on them. Lots of people who agree, lots of people who don't agree. Even if it's being reported, these are the videos that are still on these platforms. Okay, I say something about how unnecessary it is for marginalized communities to be attacked. Or I put something about something positive on a video that was meant to be negative, actually giving props to a white person, and I still get it taken down. But this type of content that whistleblows, that tells people where to go, that has calls to action to go and be violent to people for who they are or people for where they work.
Yeah, that's why I don't even mess with TikTok like that, for real.
This is what it is. But it's not only on TikTok. I see it all the time on Instagram, Twitter, free for all, especially with Elon Musk as the head. This is what we're seeing. This is where we are now. But it's interesting to show how the algorithms don't work for us. It's simple. It's interesting to see how they capitalize off of hate from white people, right? And fake love. I'm gonna use that term, that phrase, fake love from white people is also capitalized upon when they give it to black folks, right? Because we saw that selective outrage or the capitalization of the outrage that they did. Because when we were out there, like, are we gonna risk our lives during COVID to go fight for the rights, to fight for the justice of Breonna Taylor, to go fight for the justice of George Floyd? And when we were doing that, they were like, oh man, like, if you can't beat them, join them. It makes money. Now in 2023, all of them at-home jobs, all of that Black Lives Matter, all of those things that we saw everywhere, all of the mindfulness of Black folks and inclusion and all that. Oh, those departments are long gone. Those hours of being mindful for people who work in certain communities to be able to go home and make time with their kids. Yeah, no, you're lazy, right? These are the things we see that now. So LGBTQIA plus friendly stuff that was going on in that time, we're going to see that now being let go of as well. We're not seeing more about Juneteenth. We saw a Black man literally try to be inclusive for Juneteenth to make white people feel comfortable. We only had Juneteenth for 2 days, y'all. Why are we now trying to make white people comfortable about a holiday that means our freedom?
From there,
big and wrong, just on the side chilling.
Yeah.
Like, make it make sense. I do not want us to be conditioned that way. We must continue to fight, because while they're over here arguing about LGBTQIA, we got Juneteenth just coming up in 2 seconds, and I can't imagine what they're going to do in these stores. They've been really quiet about it. I've been going every summer for the last 3 years that I've lived here. They have their Juneteenth stuff, especially after George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. They started a Juneteenth collection, especially at Walmart. I would walk in there, they would have that available. Haven't seen a thing. Haven't seen a thing. So I say this to say, all this outrage they've been capitalizing on, that's what's important. But they will let the hate go viral. They will let the hate go viral. When you call out the hate, they will report your page and you will be done for. Last strike on TikTok. Now Twitter got you in jail for God knows how long. Instagram, you can't log back in for a little bit, or mysteriously cannot post, and then your following or your viewership has gone down immediately. But the person who is posting hate towards a certain community,
this is the high holy season for hate, because this is you can make a lot of money off of it.
They're coming out even hotter. Back then, they would be challenged like, y'all, we're lawmakers. It might be a good thing for us to side with. Okay, guys, you know that this makes us look bad, so let's go ahead. And now they're back to normal. They're back to pre-COVID days. COVID came with a lot. It wasn't just the disease or the infection. It wasn't just that. It was with racism and all of us having to call out and put ourselves on the line. And in a lot of ways, there were a lot of things that were revealed. Revelation came through in that time. But now they're like, yeah, let's forget all of that happened. Let's forget the things that they unveiled about us. And let's go back to what we were doing before. And that was dismissing every issue that meant something and start attacking marginalized communities again for who they are, what color their skin is, where they come from. Let's start going back to doing that and making America white again.
You said that.
That's that on that.
Well, let me make it light for us before we get out of here. Sherry Shepherd. It's such a, I like her, right? Remember when we were talking about how it was a little scandalous that Wendy Williams is going away and Sherry Shepherd is coming out of nowhere? It actually benefited daytime television because she is such a light and a force to be reckoned with. There's a lot of talk show hosts in this space right now during daytime. You know, we got Jennifer Hudson, we got Sherry Shepherd, we got Kelly Clarkson, we have Tamron Hall, we have Drew Barrymore. Oh yes, the list goes on. And I didn't even notice, but there is a lot of talk shows. But Sherry Shepherd had shared something as being a veteran in this talk show game. I know she was on The View, and she discussed with Sunny Holston. Sunny Holston was on her show, and she discussed with her, and she was saying, and Sunny Holston is a host on The View right now, and she discussed. Sunny Holston was telling Sherry, I remember when I first got on the show, you welcomed me, but you gave me a phone call. I don't know how you got my number, but you said, hey, you know, great, you're going to be on the show. Well, you know what? Let me let Sunny tell it for herself. Let's take a look.
TV sorority, and how much do you love the View sisterhood?
I love it. It means so much to me, and you mean so much to me. I don't even know if you remember this, but when I signed my deal sheet, you gave me a call. I don't know how you got my number, but you gave me a call.
I can stalk somebody if I want to.
You really did. And you were like, I heard you coming on the show. And I was like, yeah, I'm joining the show. She was like, did they give you car stipend? I was like, no. Did they give you this? I was like, no. I was like, let me get my deal sheet out. And you basically went over your salary for the entire time you were there. And you also gave me Jenny McCarthy's salary.
Yes, I did.
You got me
I gave
paid.
everybody's salary.
You gave me everyone's salary, and I went back to my agent. I was like, you did not get me enough money.
There you go. Because I got it from Rosie. Rosie O'Donnell gave me everybody's salary and hers, and I feel you got to pay it forward.
It was very helpful, Sherry.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody's talking about how Sunny said that I helped her when she first took the job at The View.
You basically went over your salary for the entire time you were there, and you also gave me Jenny McCarthy's salary.
Yes, I did.
You got me
I gave
paid.
everybody's salary. People, corporations, they try to keep you knowing from what everybody else is making to keep you in fear, especially women, especially us. And
Especially
I
black
did it
women.
because people did that for me. And I have to say, Rosie O'Donnell called me when I was in negotiations. And Rosie took the time to email me, and she said, this is what I'm making, this is what the other co-hosts are making, so this is what you should ask for. And it changed the game for me. And that's the thing, when you know something, when you band together, then you can negotiate. And
That's
so
good.
I said, I'm gonna let people know who are doing the same thing. I called Lonnie Love when she got the reel, and I told her what I made and what she should ask for. I told Cheryl Underwood at the talk what I made and what she should ask for. Anthony.
Okay, so what's interesting is she said a lot of things there, so beautiful. I love to be in spaces where you can help people in their forward movement, whether or not, I remember Georgia hit me up when she first got on the show. She said, hey sis, where'd you get your camera? And I told her, Leah, this is where I got my camera. This is Ben, and this is what we got. This is the mic. This is everything. There is no reason to hold something from somebody for whatever reason. And sis went and got it and made sure I get so many, she has grown to be grown even more to be so amazing in what she did. If you got to catch her show, has a great show, by the way. And I love the sisterhood that I have with Olay as well. In this space, she's been great. A lot of Anoa, another person, has been great to me in this space when I first came in, because I was just a look. She said, okay, you're a look, and what else? This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to sit down and do. We're going to hone in on this. She sat me down, assisted me, talked me through, was great with me. And I love that women like Sherry Shepherd and like other people in these spaces don't want to gatekeep some things, whatever, I don't care. But there are some things that sis, you coming in this game, it ain't much of us in here. You deserve to get paid, because that white lady sitting next to you who said 2 words on today's episode as you passionately poured out your heart because what you guys are talking about affects you the most, and you got more viewers to watch this show, sis. Oh, right. No, ma'am. You will get paid your worth. You will get paid for who you are. Not because this white woman has some nepotism that got her in this space, or whatever the case may be, or her whiteness made it seem like she is valued more, so she should be paid more. No, ma'am. You will get paid your worth. And if ever they're trying to like take away something for you, you ask for it and you say, well, this is what this person is getting paid. It is not, it is. Why do they make it seem as, especially with women, Black women, they want you to be against each other? I remember working at a certain place that will be named, that will not be named, Ben, and they sat me down and they tried to put me against my Florida A&M sister, a girl that I went to school with. We were in the same classes. We were actually hired unbeknownst to us together, and they tried to put us against each other for a certain role at the media company. And I sat her down and I said, listen, baby, let me tell you something. You are you and I am me. We're two different people. How we give the news is two different ways, but I would never come for you. Here's what was told to me. Here's how it looks, and here what it is. We can work together moving forward, or we can work separately, but I'm letting you know. And we chose to work together, but those people tried to put us against each other. Me and you, Ben, even though you're not a woman, they liked the having us separate. And then when I found out what you were getting paid and I was getting paid, I let him know. Hey, yo, listen, I'm here just as much. I'm doing, like, why do I gotta get paid literally scraps? You were already getting paid scraps too, Ben. So, but I was saying, like, what is the issue?
They're trying to save every penny they could, and they do it by keeping everybody. They expect us not to talk. They expect us to be at odds, and little do they know we were not going to be at odds, that we were going to compare notes. And that's what they do across all these corporations. And and then when you get people who are so hungry for their own success that they play along with that they won't share that information because they want to make more. They want to make sure that they get all of it to themselves. So it still works. Right. You got to have people who are willing to be transparent with each other and share like that and actually be concerned with somebody else making a good living. So, but and unfortunately, I think we're kind of in a stage where more people are trying to get their own bag than to try to help other people. So,
yeah. And that's where, to me, I don't rock with that. I do believe getting your own bag. At the end of the day, get what you need to get. Nobody should come in the way of that. You have your own life to live. Do what you need to do. But also, if you're working alongside people, don't be divisive. Like, work together. When we tend to work together, good things happen. And don't allow people to make the storyline for us, because that can easily be done. White folks in this space take from us. They take from us a lot, and that's how they make we are their content creators, and all they have to do is take our talking points. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying them.
In this, you narrowed it down specifically in this space, in this content creation space. Go ahead, you own it.
They take, and that's the way they can thrive, because even whether or not they believe it, it's another place where they can go viral. When I talk about anything that has to do with Black people, that has to do with immigrants, that has to do with LGBTQIA+, which I've learned to do, that has to do with children, that has to do with women's health. I say that from a place of experience. I say that from a place of relatability. I say that from a place that is actually genuine. And I know the people that are on the show with me are coming from a genuine space, but it's not good enough. They can't value that. It has to come from somebody like Tucker Carlson, or somebody like people from TYT. It has to come from them. It has to be an outrage for that night, and then they can turn their lights off and go to bed and make God knows how much, while we were scrapping for pennies trying to build our audience, because the algorithm doesn't like us, or because we're looked at as, oh, they're going through so much. Okay, no, we're here to actually be the voice. Just because we have a connection to it emotionally or experience wise, that should make us more valued, right? That should make us more qualified to tell the story than the person who doesn't know a thing. And it's just talking points. Go ahead, Ben.
What's happening now, just to continue from what you're saying, what's happening now, though, is people are starting to see very clearly those folks who are doing this kind of work just as a career. They're doing this kind of work because they can make some money and get a check. And those of us who are doing this work because we got skin in the game and this is our life. You know what I mean? When you report on what you report on, Rebecca, it's because it's a part of your life. James, what you report on, it's a part of your life. Same for me. And we're really at a stage now where there's a lot of voices who were the champions of this space, this, let's just call it, this independent media, political commentary space. And now they're all starting to go over to oppose diversity and inclusion. They're all not all of them, but too many going over, and they're taking these right-wing talking points. They're taking these anti-LGBTQ talking points, and particularly anti-trans talking points. I mean, and I think people are starting to see, wow, all these people that we trusted and put money in all these years, maybe they really weren't the voices, because, well, here's the difference. A lot of people do this just for a career. They do it just for the clicks, and they don't have any skin in the game. And then when the rubber meets the road, you're going to realize maybe they weren't really an ally all along. So,
and that's when you start to learn. But sometimes I will say, when money gets involved with people who were never really affected by any of the things that they're talking about, or who really didn't have a true passionate feel or allyship with us, or our issues. And at the time, we had to utilize people, their platforms, because we wouldn't be heard. And now we create our own, and they still try to put up barricades for us. So it's up to us. When I see anybody else, I don't care if they're moving further than me or what, in whatever direction, I'm always going to have a conversation. And I hope that, and I love that I can have that with other people in the space, because it isn't always like that. To keep us divided is the most important way, so that they can use us in the way that they want to. And what Sherry did, especially because it's for Black people in these spaces. Oh, but the Black women, once they can get you to divide inside of a place like the media world, or walking through there, they've gotten you, because there can only be room for one Black woman in the space. That's it.
Joy Ann Reid, and I'm not hating on Joy. I'm just saying, look at what they've done over at MSNBC, and look at how many Black women they got rid of over there.
Overnight.
Yeah. I got nothing else to add to that. Period.
No, and that's it. And that's what I'm saying. I love it. We should take what Sherry's
it's amazing.
Gave us something to really hold on to, and to look at, like, dang, you know what? And if you talk to a lot of women, a lot of things I hear, and I always try to tell them, no, I can't agree with that. Well, it's that it was a Black woman that did that to me. It was a Black woman that did that to me. And that's because some of these Black women in these spaces don't even know, but they've been trained to walk in this supremacy view, and this, in this whiteness, because you're better than that Black woman. So don't attach yourself to that Black woman, or, go ahead, Ben.
No. It was kind of a little segue from what you're saying, but it ties in, because have we talked about on this show how many Black folks are falling into some of that same anti-LGBTQ target kind of stuff? Because it's kind of like what you're talking about here on income. Once they get a Black person to fall into those traps, they get something that is so beneficial to white supremacy, and it's so beneficial to the system that's hurting Black folks. And I feel like it's kind of the same. They got so many Black folks falling over themselves to replicate these videos at Target and all that kind of stuff, and they don't even see how they have fallen right into the very system that's damaging to them as well, just like with Black women and these salaries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Candace
Owens, she went from one space. Remember, we talked about this, and I said I would scrape my bare vagina on concrete.
Oh, just the thought is Jesus. Oh my Jesus.
Before I switch. But when you are really poor and the money is raining in on you, all because you said Trump is right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, David, what am I looking at?
Who the TF
I'm
is
talking about
this?
something so different. David, what am I looking at?
It's a rapper that's gonna make me have to get in the game soon, because this boy.
I would never switch over. To become a Republican, anything. But I'm telling you,
bear on the concrete.
Bear on the concrete. Just scrape it across.
On the hot concrete.
Scrape it across. Hold it, David. We'll play it at the end. But scrape it across. And I don't know, though. I don't know if I would make my hair get unhealthy. Listen, this growth right here, I don't know if I would do a Candace Owens and let my hair fry.
It's from Living Right,
Okay?
Rebecca.
I would just so I can get a check. I don't know if I would allow my eyebrows to just be a mess every day and to have my skin to just age and prune. Not because I was baptized in the Holy Spirit, but because I'm over here being washed in the white Jesus blood. I don't think I could allow myself to do that. I just couldn't. I couldn't walk in line like Cameron out there in Kentucky. Yes. What is it? What is it, bro?
Trying to run for governor. He's attorney general running for governor.
Attorney general who's running for what'd you say, governor? Yes, out there.
Who made sure the killer of Breonna Taylor got away.
Literally made sure the murderer of Breonna Taylor got away. I couldn't do it. I couldn't shuck and drive on the way to the Kunta Hotel like Kanye West.
A whole Nazi.
I couldn't do it because I wouldn't feel right, especially as somebody who is allergic to slavery. I'm Haitian. I'm Haitian as hell, and every time I see somebody white, something shoots up in my spirit. I don't know
what.
They go clip that part. Rebecca gonna hear that clip in about 10 years.
Right. But I say that to say I cannot sit here and work for people who come from a lineage of people who put us in shackles and all that stuff, and we had to fight for our own. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I would never do that. I know it pays though. And when you're so poor, it's easy to see that and know that you can live a better life, but your heart will never be right. Your heart will never be right.
Right.
They working for their own ops, and that's the thing, Becca. They throwing away so much. They throwing money around over there on the conservative side for black
All
folks.
you gotta do is say Trump, and then they listen.
Or the money's right now is with Trump, yes, and DeSantis. If you support them,
you can't say his real. You can't say Ronaldo DeSantis. You can't roll them R's. You can't roll that D. You can't say that he came from it. His family is just 3 generations removed from Italy. You can't say that. What you gotta say is, Ronald DeSantis.
DeSantis.
No, not DeSantis. DeSantis.
That's what the wife was.
Because he wants to remove. He's D. D is removing yourself. Santis is too Hispanic. So DeSantis removing himself from any Hispanic. Look, just making that up. That is such. Listen, removing himself from anything that is outside of the Aryan race. DeSantis. All right.
His wife doesn't want anyone to emphasize Ron's D. D Nazi, okay? D Satan. Somebody said D fascist.
D fascist.
As he wanted to redefine woke, woke, we will redefine his last name as he wants it to be pronounced differently. Okay, DeSantis. All right. Yeah, we know that you want to disaffiliate or remove yourself from anything that has to do other than with whiteness. You want to get closest to the whitest, Naziest, nationalists that you can get close to, the KKK people. Remove black history from the books. Blame guns. Blame mass murders on drag shows. You want to make sure that you put fear into people who have tried to re-assimilate into the communities who for years, 20 years straight, you will go back to their house and put fear into them for being black and for having one little traffic incident where they found marijuana in their car and they had 10 years of their life taken away from them. You wanted to make sure that they were afraid to vote. I would never forget. And those are the people those are the people that they want us to partner with for us to make a check.
They don't even know what woke means. Y'all realize that woke was a black term, and it's one of those things where a white person heard something in a black space or a black room or at a black party, and like, I'm going to use that word. I don't know what it means, but I'm going to use it and make it do what it do. Just use it for myself and my white pride. You guys are woke.
Remember, I said I was going to agree. I was going to agree with another Republican before the show was over.
I want to hear it. I would like to hear it.
The second worst Republican on the face of the planet, by the way. So I'm about to have an agreement with none other than the real Donald Trump as he talks about woke. Play that. It's like a 5-second clip. Play that clip real quick, Dave. Since James brought it up.
Here again.
Not this little Hitler. That's evil Braun in the making. That's a fascist, future fascist of America.
Oh, there's
do
so
that.
many. I saw so many
We'll do
little,
that on another
little
episode.
beautiful
The
white
Trump.
kids being trained up to
Oh my God.
do the devil's work. I've seen it.
Yeah, watch that. That child got the devil in her. I'm talking about the clip from Donald Trump. If you have it, David.
So while he looks for that clip, there's a clip my brother sent to me in a of a little white boy, had to be about 3-4 years old, preaching, maybe 5, preaching at a church. And in that good old voice that you hear those Chevrolet drivers doing, telling them people, God is gonna come and he's gonna, and it was giving me, he was a he's an ancestor that ripped out the pages of rebellion in the Bible.
Oh God.
It was a tiny packaged person, but was giving me slave master. But anyways,
he was black. Black boy?
He was a white little boy, and then the camera panned over to and he was literally like 5 doing the little white people breathing like, oh, God is gonna just, it wasn't the like, oh, you know how the black folks do, oh, God is he's gonna come and it's gonna be the Pentecost.
They sound like Paula White right there.
The day of the Pentecost. He was doing that, and the camera panned to 2 little black boys, and the black little boys was like,
get this clown out of here. No.
Yes. Anywho. Sorry, let's play that clip from Donald Trump.
It's gone sick. And I don't like the term woke because I hear woke. You know, it's like just a term that half the people can't even define it. They don't know what it is.
That's
it's
it.
gone sick. And I don't like the term
That's
woke because I hear woke.
That's it. If there's only one time I ever agree with Donald Trump, it was that 5-second clip, because like you were saying, Dave, James, they co-opted the word. They did what they needed to do with it. And it's been used so much that now Donald Trump positions himself, because I'm not gonna give Trump too much credit, because he was saying woke himself. He said woke a couple times himself, but Ron DeSantis uses woke so much. Donald Trump is like, listen, now I got to be pro woke. So here we are, world we live.
Because you know our term of woke, we talked about it on the show, y'all. Our woke was Rebecca's kente hat, all of that. That was
find
woke.
It, but yeah, so Hotep, and that's how we at first.
Thank you.
You know, the Hoteps, you know, that mindset. Good morning, Grand Rising Queen.
Grand Rising Queen.
Remove yourself from any whiteness in your life. The fact that you painted your toenails white tells me what you align with beauty. Paint them black, my sister. Paint them brown, my sister.
I got you. The prime example of woke, Dr. Umar.
Yes.
Yeah. He's not the prime example because there was so much before him. But y'all would get mad at me if I say who those woke people were. But I'm not mad at woke. I'm mad at what woke has become. Not even for the white community who has redefined it, for even us as the black folks. Sometimes, like we said it on the show years ago, you'll be so woke that you're asleep, that you are choosing to walk in the same whiteness that you are saying that you're not. Look at that wokeness right now.
That's a woke camera. Cancel the camera. Battery woke.
Battery woke. See, at least when my camera go out, it goes to rainbow. You know? My camera goes straight gate because it know what's up.
Wait a minute. Wait, what happens when my battery dies? Hang on a second.
Man, yeah, just turn it off, man. Let's see what happens.
It goes into a word.
Hang on.
Ben,
he's going to equality. He got the whole damn thing.
No, Ben goes into both black LGBTQIA+. That's what it gave just now.
Allies United.
Right. Allies United. But
they're coming out of the closet. Let me stop.
Y'all be upset with me if I name the wokeness. But listen, we're black folks, we can have the conversation amongst each other. And I don't care what anybody says. There are some conversations, and I'm not gonna tell white folks how to go and be white. I told you I'm okay with the cranberries in the the chicken salad. With the croissants over there at Publix. That's enough. But I can't tell y'all what we won't eat it. It's not to be brung to that cookout that I'm no longer going to, because the same black folks who are mixy have invited every white folk who has done the most mediocre thing to the cookout. I ain't going no more there. But listen, we're not going to tell you to bring it, but be mindful. When you know us enough, you know you can't bring that with you to the cookout. we won't include you into our conversations. There was a video that went viral on just a few days ago with a black family, a mixed family who was at a wedding, and the white folks were sitting down as the black people were dancing, and the way the white folks were looking at that black family was very interesting. But they also did not interject themselves, which I appreciated. However, there was a white woman sitting down who was enjoying it. The white lady was giving a shoulder because somebody said she gave us. It was just like this. Somebody said she was getting flashbacks from Freaknik, which is possible, which is very much possible. But anywho, they knew not to interject. Yesterday, I went to a restaurant yesterday evening. There was a black women's church group who was doing women's ministry at the restaurant, and they loud, and the owner allowed it to happen. They loud because it's towards the end of the night, and she's giving out. She said, "I want you to read your scripture that I gave you." It was about 17 women, and they all had to read their scripture as we were eating our food. I was thinking it was so adorable. They were on this side of the room, and the white people were on this side of the room, and they kept looking over. One man kept looking over like he drove a Chevrolet over a beer can. He kept looking upset. Then one woman who had sat with her back towards them as her family was looking at them, and they acted like they didn't hear anything. She turns around and does one of these. And I'm looking like, it makes you so uncomfortable to look at white people or black people enjoying themselves. Mind your business. Literally, the restaurant is actually at its closing hours, and the owner allowed them to have this moment to share amongst each other. But you guys feel like your private time, your time is being taken away from you. They were getting ready to call the manager. Unfortunately, the manager was black. The manager is the owner. The owner is the server. And it was just not working in their favor. And they were so upset, but they could do nothing.
We will
about
not
it.
come back to this establishment. I am a white woman in America, and I'm with my family, and we should be able to dine in peace. This is not lunch.
And
Rebecca,
so-
were they going in? Were they like,
Oh, yeah, they were like, first it was like, "Oh, you look so beautiful today, baby," and they were doing like women's ministry with positivity, empowerment, and then they started saying. One lady said, she said like a church verse. She said, and I don't know, like I know verses, but don't quote me on this. But she said, like I have one saved right now, so I can show you because they were going in. She said, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not onto your own understanding. In all ways, acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your path." They always like, "Oh yes, God, oh hallelujah, yes, God." They were ranged from that made those white people uncomfortable. Somebody said in the comment section, "Not the evangelicals being upset at Christianity."
Oh, they have no clue how uncomfortable they about to be with black Christianity. That's just the tip of the iceberg. We about to show up everywhere because I'm about tired of these white evangelical devils who are out here.
So am I.
Anyway,
but anywho, yeah, we're at the end of the show. We did go 10 minutes longer, but I appreciate you guys for sticking with us thus far. Absolutely love doing these Saturday shows with you guys. Thank you. What happened?
I just James being my boy, just James being my guy. Just go ahead, Rebecca. It's in the show. It's a great place to hear.
Talking about.
No, he just said that's what she said, which was perfectly timed for something you said.
You guys are children.
We are.
It's Saturday morning. What do you expect?
Saturday morning. Every single time. I just need a little bit of more decorum from you guys on Saturday because y'all be coming on here.
Girl, it's Saturday. Tuesday is decorum. Wednesday is decorum day. Saturday is Saturday.
Thank you guys for tuning in with us on Like It or Not with Rebecca Azor and two children that like to play. But thank you guys for tuning in with us. I appreciate it so much that you stayed this long.
I did all this for her to say that. No,
if you
all of this.
Have you missed a lot of this? And we held it down. But listen to me. I'm grateful for you allowing us to utilize your platform to do the show. But anywho, listen. If you've stayed this long, that means that you like what you're seeing. I see it's over 100 of y'all still here rolling with us. So if you are watching, that means you like the content. Listen, to support us, to keep us going, just like y'all keep a lot of other people going. We definitely could use the funds over here to keep these programs going, to keep the show going on our Tuesdays and our Saturdays for Like It or Not with Rebecca Azor, holding it down for you guys, having a good old Black time. You know, white folks are invited. So tell your friends, your grandmother, your kids, everybody to definitely tune in every Tuesday, 9:30 a.m., Saturdays at 10 a.m. for Like It or Not. And if, again, you would love to support, you guys can support directly to our Cash Apps at DJX3C, Becca's Voice, and BPD 2018. Also, if you are not a patron, and this is what I would love for all of you guys to do, over 100 of you guys that are watching right now in real time, if you can donate $1, each of you guys, $1, that would be amazing. It'll help us keep it moving. $1 to Becca's Voice, BPD 2018, or DJ X3C. That'll help
put
us
a zero
keep it
behind
moving.
that.
No, $1. Each of you guys watching, $1. That'll be great. But we're not asking for much. And to become a patron, you guys, if you want to continue to give automatically, become a patron at patreon.com/like it or not, patreon.com/like it or not, and that'll also help us keep this thing going, because trust me, your funds definitely keep this going. It keeps the programs paid for. It keeps us on here. Make sure the lights stay on. Make sure the mics stay on. Make sure that we can interchange our backgrounds by taking our equipments with us. All right, it keeps us available to you. Also, on Thursdays is a special show, a specialty show, which is Beard Bonnet Chronicles by Bubba. Make sure you guys are tuning into that as well. It's Pride Month, and he's your favorite Pride representation, so make sure you guys tune in to that as well. All right, Benjamin P. Dixon. I'm not gonna hold you a little too much longer, but make sure you are tuning in as well to his podcast. Okay, while you guys may not know it, it's still going. It's still out there, still going. So make sure you guys are tuning in. You can check it out on his YouTube, and I believe it's on what, Spreaker?
Spreaker is on
Spreaker.
iTunes. It's on Spotify. It's everywhere. Everywhere the Like It or Not podcast.
Yes, and speaking of that, we are also everywhere. I just found this out. We're everywhere as well. Apple, Google, Spotify, Audible, iHeartRadio, and
I'm not on Audible. I'm not on Audible. Look at y'all. Y'all more places than me. Shout out to Like It or Not.
Rebecca.
Look.
Look at that.
Listen, we outside.
We outside, man.
Yes, I got a white man working for y'all in the background.
I'm wearing color now. That means I am in a good mood. We outside. We're bringing good energy. I love you guys so much, and I mean that. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Not to hold you any longer, Ben's birthday is on Monday. Make sure you celebrate him as well. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys Tuesday at 9:30 a.m.
Whoopsies. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much again for tuning in. That's going to wrap it up for Like It or Not, where the music doesn't want to play anymore today. So cool. Yeah. Oh, because it's muted. That's why. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Mean it. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Your affirmation for Tuesday is to guide me. I trust my intuition to guide me. Next week, patron party next week, y'all. Patron party next week. Again, your affirmation for today is I trust my intuition to guide me. I trust my intuition to guide me. Patron party next Friday. We will see y'all Tuesday morning. Y'all love y'all, mean it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Deuces. I stay dropping them jams. Y'all know who I am. Good hope, dad jokes, culture-ish, politics. What you're hearing right now was the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, and I graduated to a plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. 8 p.m. Friday, you know how we do. Let's go. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Let's start this damn show. Let's go.